Right, so let's head to...
Hey there! You were a military man. Ever consider making a career of it?
I did for a while. Then I heard you could make money shoveling pig shit, and thought that sounded better.
Well, at least it would get you out of the Deerwood.
Okay. I don't know which one I would prefer more, shoveling pig shit or the army. Didn't think I'd miss this place. Everyone keeps telling me that they need it. Belrot, an Adarian dignitary, has arrived stronghold. He requested your aid with an upcoming meeting with a representative of the Fisher Crane tribe near Fian Bog. I'm not home, and by the time I get there, he'll be gone. So, it's there for 8 days. Could we get there in 8 days? I don't know. Let's see. Take 24 hours to complete your journey. Fair enough. Okay. We can get there. We'll go back.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Okay, the Devil Carp would speak to you.
Village was a touch livelier when I saw it last. Ain't saying much, though.
They're going through tough times. This would have been better actually having this conversation in Stalwart.
Rough times is the only kind they got up here.
Why did you want to come back anyway?
Anything's better than Galvino's workshop. You ain't heard the old buzzard sing.
She turns away again.
Anyway, what about you? We seen lots coming through, trying to crack the battery, but no watchers.
She looks back at you, her black eyes glittering. There's another group that passed through before me. I need to know what they were after.
Ah, looking for someone. That's a familiar yarn.
She nods slowly, rocking her head on the broad, steady shoulders.
But don't let me keep you from the sights and sounds of Stalwart. They're easy to miss.
She rests her hands on her hip and turns to look around. Let's move on. Well, this is my home. I just thought I'd, show you my home. This is Katnur. We have an old being down below. We haven't met him yet, but I heard he's quite passionate. Belrolt. Greetings, Lady Titania von Schein. My name is Belrolt. If you have the time, I have an urgent matter I'd like to discuss. Very well. I travelled all day and night. I am wrecked, but let us hear it. You call your allies and prepare to hear the petition. I have been tasked with the meeting with representatives from the Fisher Crane tribe near Fian Bog. It is my hope to come to peaceful terms. Unfortunately, I haven't had much practice with the Glenfathan language, and the Fisher Crane are, by nature, very reclusive. I fear that the circumstances are ripe for a misunderstanding. You yourself, I hear, have had some dealings with the Glenfathians. I would welcome any assistance or advice you may offer. I mean, I can put you through safe passage. I'll see to it you have safe passage through Glenfathan. Not that I have any doubt of your considerable resource, but how, my lady? That's a good point. I have no idea. I can't spare any resources right now, but I do have some traveling advice. It is much appreciated all the same. Berold eyes you expectantly. I would say stick to the trade routes. Better arrive quickly and openly. Very well, if you feel that's sufficient, then I will trust you in your judgment. Thank you. And I will do as you suggest. He's gonna die. He gonna die. He is. He's going to die. I may have just murdered him.
Good day to you.
Let us get rid of some of our stuff. Load high. I actually had the money. Maybe I should just, yeah. Maybe I should have just, yeah. Oh well. Like, I had the money. I probably should have. Oh, well. He'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be grand. I think. I hope. I hope he'll be fine. Did I just drop a ring in there? Kinda need to keep this ring. I don't know why. I don't even know what the ring is, but I feel like we should keep it. There you go. Now I have all the money. Now I have all the money. We can only have 4, so... let's have a hammer and chisel. We'll have one of those. Trade. Okay. And we might as well rest while we're here. Oh. So, what are we wanting for resting? Mechanics? Athletics and constitution? Resolve? Dexterity? Let's have some resolve. And we'll go back to Stalwart. Be fine. Hopefully, our new rogue companion's good. If not, I'm screwed. Well, I'm not screwed, but I will miss Pelagina.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
So... No. Who should we start with, then? Oh, we should start with the mayor. I think the mayor would be a good call. If only Aldrich had your reason, that boy is full of nonsense. Okay.
I take it you've met Galvino.
Renningild glances at the Devil Cork, her eyes narrowing. Okay, examine her soul. Your awareness settles beneath Redingill's skin. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a time-faded memory. You're standing in the inn. The room is stifling, but it's the body heat of so many furious villagers, not the neglected fire pit, that's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door, about as far as he can get from the assembly. He holds Aldrich, those cheeks as bright as he watches the adults bicker with wide, fearful eyes. You'd never realize how badly your neighbors stank, but something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sina Hiod?
It's Grenade, the head fisherman jabbing a furious finger towards the back of the room. Sin-eyed, your erstwhile mayor squirms in the corner, pinned by the accusing stares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes. Their cruel, porcine eyes, and they're watching Sinihod with a dumb gluttony of hogs staring at fodder. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Sinihod himself trying to wriggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
A woman in the middle of the crowd waves her fist. Cries of fierce agreement rise from the others. What began as a collective grumbling is swelling and congealing into storm clouds. You look back at your husband. He's whispering to Aldrich, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
A wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone's thrown a potato at Sinihod, cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them all for this nonsense and waste, but you know this is about to get worse. Stalwart will have blood, and Galvino and his horror had the sense to flee already. You turn again, and your husband is beckoning you with a swift chopping motions, but what stops your breath is Aldrich. His little eyes are fixed on the churning mob, and you knew ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges that he'd seen something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove the devil woman to madness, and now his little eyes have gotten big. Big enough to swallow the whole scene. And now he's seeing you as part of it. You want to leave now. But if you do, this is what your boy will remember. Cowardice and madness. About people, about Stalwart. About you. The people around you jostle and bark in their rage. They're dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So, you push your way to the end of the room, where Sinihard trembles in a puddle of his own piss.
Enough.
Your voice boils from your throat. The others fall silent, watching you. They listen, dumbly trusting, as you turn Sinihard's death sentence into exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's going to march out of his village alone and into whatever miserable hamlet will have him. They silently agree when you explain their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes. A kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, encasing you like a pearl does sand. You only want to spare Sinihard's life, not volunteer for his job. But you see so much fear simmering just beneath their expressions. Fear at god men marching through the mountains at Deerwoodians and their purges, at dying the slow and lonely death of a ghost town. And you see their grateful reassurance mirrored in Aldrich's expression. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realize that you can't leave it any more than you could leave your boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband, shaking his head, his eyes on the door. You retreat from Renegild's memory, vivid though it has nothing to do with Durgan's battery. You've got the look of someone with their teeth around a secret. Her cold fingers are locked around your arm. Her black eyes search you.
Glad I'm not the only one who knows not to trust your kind, Watcher. You do well not to trust hers.
What's on your mind?
Farewell, I just wanted to stare at you for a little bit. I'm about to stare at your son, if you don't mind.
Something else you need?
You reach for Aldrich's essence, and you find yourself staring at a fence post lying in a filthy slush of frozen mud. Snow gathers around your legs and trickles into your boots, and the wind nips at you even though through layers of fur. You hold a wood chisel in one numb hand and a mallet in another, and kneeling over the fence post, you get to work. Hour after hour you hammer away, feeling the tools grow heavy in your grip as your breath fogs your vision. You want to do better work than this. You can do better work than this. But no one's building new houses in Stalwart. The last table you crafted was put into the fishery, and pike entrails now trace the fine dovetailed joints you so lovingly carved. Now, you mend the stockade, because that's what's needed. The chisel slips, skidding alongside your hand. You gasp, but you hold up your hand and see, and much to your relief, all 5 fingers wriggling back at you. You need to get out of this town. You pull back from Aldrich's soul. He's still staring into the fire, seemingly lost in his own memories too. Earlier you said I should make peace with Matron Berrigan.
About the only thing folk here haven't tried. Killing one more matron won't change things for long.
He shakes his head.
But it could be fun.
Your host ignores her.
Besides, her clan's flames that whisper. The one that attacked us was Wolf with many mouths. I'd know him anywhere.
They're cut from the same cloth, Aldrich. Only a matter of time before Berrigan marches through that gap in our walls.
At the sound of Renegild's voice, Aldrich's shoulders stiffen, his jaw works in silent but a furious retort. You seem to disagree with Renegild on quite a few matters.
Mother's convinced that a magic forge will turn this frozen crack into a hub of civilization. She can't accept this place is dying. Me, I'd just as soon move on.
He scrapes the sole of his boot on the straight but weathered floorboards. Well, we know what he does here. He mends stuff. Ooh. Okay, Karok wants to speak.
Didn't think there was anything more than lice and hoarfrost to these folk, but you had a look back there. What do you find when you're rooting around like that?
A fabric of a soul?
Yeah? And I'll bet you could do the same to anyone in this village. Easy as looking at him.
She watches you intently. You seem rather interested in these villages all of a sudden. Why?
Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter by the name of Harmka.
And tell me why you want to find Harmka?
So I can kill him. Wrap my fingers around his throat till he's as cold as his wretched village.
Her fingers tighten into fists, the metal squealing and rattling.
He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Cold Morn. I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business.
Dark, iridescent whirls appear and fade on the chest plate. Heat ripples from her metal carapace. This sounds like there's more to it. This one's personal for you, isn't it?
This man, Harmka. I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I seen you stare into souls.
Her fists clench and loosens in a series of rapid, random movements.
I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Cold Morn. But
She twists her head from side to side and holds up a hand, the delicately engraved palm empty but grasping at something.
If I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I might could rest easy.
And how can you be so sure about this Harmka fellow?
I took a good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there.
She nods slowly.
Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge. Point of pride for them.
A small plume of heat rises from the seams of her skull. And what does this have to do with me?
I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents, and my brothers and sister.
One of her thumbs rub absently at the scratch in her hand.
I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure. But you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all.
Finding out might be getting your hopes up. How would you feel about a solid hunch instead? I suppose I'll do what I can.
Mighty fine of you. Mighty fine indeed.
She nods again, her head bobbing along to a drowsy cadence.
Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
Okay. Oh, we leveled up. Nice. Nice. What are we leveling up for? I suppose lore? I don't know. Actually, mechanics. Because we can't really level up any much more. So... Weapon specialization grants a damage bonus with all weapon types covered by the chosen specialization. Adventurer weapons include the Estok Flail, Poleaxe, Wand, and Warbow. Knights. Knights' weapons include Battle Axe, Cross, Mornstar, sword types, Noble, Dagger, okay. Peasants. Ruffian, Soldier. Greatsword, Pike, and Warhammer. Unbending. The fighter draws strength from his or her indomitable spirit, causing them to regenerate 50%. Ooh. Kind of like that one. Swift aim. Ranger abilities. Oh. Ranger gets into a speedy and fluid offensive rhythm, reducing accuracy but increasing fire rate, and reload time with ranged weapons and attack rate with melee. Marked prey. Designates a single target's prey, giving Ranger and animal companion damage bonus. Okay, that could be good. Binding roots. Conjures roots from the ground underneath target, causing them to become stuck. Master's Call. Huh. Play dead. The ranged animal companion falls over and appears to be dead. Cannot be targeted for a limited time. While playing dead, the companion regains endurance. It's kind of cool. Heal companion. Don't we have that one? Instructs the ranger's animal companion to rush it. Oh, that one's good. Arcane Reflection. Creates a field of arcane energy around the caster reflecting hostile targeted spells. Okay. Unleashes a volatile hex upon enemies in the area of effect, causing them to become either dazed, sickened, or paralyzed. Chained lightning sounds great. The caster calls forth a tremendous bolt of electricity that... don't we have something like that? Ooh, freezing. Okay, I like that one. Death Ring. Calls a black ring of necrotic energy into being that spread out in all directions, causing corrode damage to enemies it touches and potentially destroying those with low endurance. What about Scissor? Cast temporarily sacrifice arcane power for martial might. Let's do that one. Bildering Spectacle. I'm gonna get another one. Rolling Flames. Ray of Fire. Fused with Vital Energy. Fuse the caster with Vitality, giving them temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. Curse of Blackened. Okay. Wizard Stove Spirit Shield. Surrounds the caster with a shield of spirit energy, granting an increased damage reduction. Ooh, let's do that. Is that it? It wasn't all of us who leveled up then? Okay. No, we're not looking at his soul. Look at your soul.
If you weren't gonna fetch the liquor for me, you didn't have to tell Havric about it. Now he's banned me from the inn altogether.
I'm sorry, I figured it to keep you out of trouble.
Out of trouble? It was only a drink. Now I get to die sober when the ogres come back. Right, fair enough. What do you want?
Well, do you know anything about a man called Harmacul?
Harmka. Saw him head out some time ago. You can usually find him and some others out in the russet wood, felling trees.
Perfect.
Well, what are we waiting for?
We're not really going to do this, are we? Tell me we're not doing this.
Is there anything else? Take care.
Hold on, I'm not done with you.
So, you're back. What can I do for you?
I'm just going to stare at you for a moment. The snowy paths peel away and the brisk air gives way to the acrid stench of smoke. A dark cloud billows up from the remnants of a burning house, and at the far edge of the rocky field, you're low to the ground, held in place, and above you the wind tugs embers back and forth like firebugs. The vision in your left eye...
Not so brave now, are you?
Oh, I didn't see that. It just changed. I was like, wait, what? The vision in your left eye is clouded, such that the figure standing over you is a collection of rough smears of black cast in silhouette by fire. A dark shape swings towards your face, and the subsequent burst of agony jars you out of the memory and back into your own skin.
What? Did I spill something on myself?
Rayfold looks down at his clothing. Can we do that again? Can we try again?
So, you're back!
No,
what?
We can't. Okay. Like, can we speak to everyone? No.
Hey.
Okay. Alright, what about Hayfrick?
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
You see a room, dark and damp. A cellar. It looks like part of the inn rather than an old fortress. Through Hayfrick's eyes, you admire rows of gleaming bottles, recently dusted and polished. As you step back from your shelves, you look on with satisfaction at the pressure plate concealed in the stone floor.
You all right?
Yep, we're fine.
I did it, ma'am. That is, you might have an easier time with that business you were talking about before.
Perfect. Can I speak to you again?
Hello, ma'am. Anything I can do? Hello, ma'am.
No.
Anything I can do for you?
Alright, what about this guy? It's our Slaying friend. Have they crowned you Queen of Stalwart yet? My friend doesn't mean to be an ass, ma'am. It just comes naturally. Let's read his soul. Andred. A handful of memories dart across your mind like startled fish, leaving distinct images and sounds in their wake. For a moment you are overwhelmed, until one particular recollection tugs at your senses with stubborn force. You, or rather Andred, or both, kneel on the stone floor, held between two men. The man pacing in front of you wears the armor of a crucible knight, and you feel Andred's half-hearted contempt for him as if it were your own. You feel Andred's triumph, too, when the knight comes just close enough for you to spit blood on his boots. The memory slips away from you and you find yourself back in your own shape. Okay, let's try this dude's soul. whiff of salt and brine is in your nostrils before the room has even faded. The ground heaves beneath your feet, and a spray of ocean water roars over the railings. The ship heels under the wind. The ship shudders violently, and you are thrown against the railing. In that moment, you find your gaze pulled to the pitching surface of the dark sea, and see there an eye, broad as a shield, gazing back at you in turn. Fear and fascination sweeps through your mind, even as your senses recede and the memory fades. Oh, not him. I don't think she's from here.
Thanks again.
Yeah.
I'll be gone just as soon as the weather clears.
I don't think we can speak to the singer. Okay.
All right, then.
Is it empty? It looks empty. It is empty. Knock, knock. Okay. Yeah, she looks like a
They
dwarf.
gone? Have those...
I heard the ogres outside, tearing down walls and murdering folk. Don't remember how things got this bad. The elderly woman kneads her hands, her knuckles are swollen knobs, and her palms are rigid with calluses that scrape and rasp as she rubs them together.
But you're the new adventurer. Renengild's latest volunteer.
She squints at you, leaning precariously forward on her wobbling legs.
A real spitfire, she told me. Bet you'd whip those layabouts at the mine into shape.
I'd like to ask you something.
Did you say something, dear?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I was the overseer at the mine, back when it was running. Got shut down decades ago when we couldn't sell or ship the stuff. But I still remember plenty about the mining business. And I got as many folk as I can digging out the entrance.
She taps her head and spotted dome under a thinning patch of hair.
Been praying to the salty wench that I don't forget too much afore they finish the job.
She winks.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was.
Read her soul. I think we found her. You feel her essence humming and buzzing. Another personality and a set of memories lies dormant within her soul, convulsing as if in a fitful sleep. The contours of that dormant soul are sharp, ragged, and as you reach out for it, it seizes you violently. You're standing in a darkened feast hall. Sturdy tables and benches have been stacked against the door in the far end of the room. You know it won't be enough. A few dozen other dwarfs from your tunneling crew wait with you, shovels and pickaxes in their shaking hands.
Zenove, please. If we go now, we can get behind the barricade. We won't do any good here.
He's right, and you hear agreement in the quiet murmur of the others. But Arms Warden Marun ordered you to hold your ground here. Yet, in those rising whispers you hear the opening bars of mutiny. You've never tolerated insubordination from your crew, and you aren't about to start. So, you heft your pickaxe and swing it into the man's skull. He collapses and the others fall silent, and the acrid odor of urine rises from his body.
We're gonna go down fighting. Anyone who feels differently can settle it with me right now.
Your voice is hoarse from hours of shouting orders, but no one else moves. They cast their eyes down in the flickering torchlight. Something thuds against the door. The others raise their weapons, picks, shovels, and a few swords, but they don't dare flinch. Your own pulse pounds at your temples. You pull back from Tina's soul, but you feel Zenove's wrath and ferocity tugging at you still. Her essence thrashes and slashing out at the unseen enemy. Zenove is powerful, but dangerous too. Her fury has anchored her to old and threatening memories. You consider that there may be others you could awaken. No. Let us not yet. Consecrated ground. Create a long-lasting circle of healing. I take it this will make it longer. I'm guessing it will. No. We'll definitely not awaken that one. Gimran legend holds that the Saint Ilfin created a miraculous knot that the faithless could not untie. A daring burglary recently cleaned out the Murad precious relics in the Smith's Hall of Ymgral where the treasure once stood. A string was tied, each leading back to an intricate knot in the center of the temple. The burglar left a tantalizing clue in the form of a written prayer to St. Iphon, but the riddles have stumped the locals. Desperate to recover their artifacts, the priests have reached out to mercenaries and adventurers for help. In Ymgral, Canna met with priests of Abaddon to discuss the mystery of who had stolen the Smith's Hall artifacts and for what purpose. During the investigation, a quirky priest of Whale lent the group his bizarre form of help. Answers to the feast's riddles posed a different riddle. After tracking down each stolen artifact for a series of additional clues, Canna and the priest of Abaddon realized that the priest of Whale was the thief. Very pleased with himself, he had no objection to being captured and sent to the Earl of Ymir for punishment. When Canna left the priests of Abaddon, they were still trying to determine the point of the theft. Got a minor item. So what do we get? We've got Ethan's Cradle. 5 uses. To AoE, beneficial effects. I have no idea what it's going to do. But we got it. But we got it.
All right, then.
Find someone else's house?
Hey.
No, there's many names. We've got a lot of villages.
Feels like it's hardly worth putting the huts back up.
Better than standing out here shivering.
That's a good point. Oh.
Effigy's eyes! It looks at me!
What looked at you? Where are you going? Where's he going? Okay. What? A dozen pair of globular eyes stare up piteously from the discarded heads of the day's catch, awash in pungency of fins and innards. Sift through it. Your hand runs up against something round and fleshy, the size of a melon. It is smooth and scaleless, and parts seem to be covered in hair. A discarded head, perhaps, but not that of a fish. You know, poke the head. The head shifts deeper into the barrel's slimy recesses. Alright, let's pull the head out. Okay, with one hand on either side of the head, you begin to lift it out of the barrel, only to have it leap from your grasp as the head's owner springs over the lip of the barrel in an eruption of fish chunks that rain down over the market stall. The man who leapt from the barrel stands facing you, nearly naked, safe from the loincloth and drizzled in fish visker. He's covered head to toe in scars, tears and punctures and thorny imprints of lashings. Most are faded, like old memories. Despite that, the condition of the man's body is remarkable. His drooping skin at his flanks and elbows, the only evidence of his advanced age. His face is placid, but the rest of him appears prepared for anything.
You must forgive, Zawa. I was not expecting you.
He looks you in the eye at first, but his gaze drifts now and then, settling on strange parts of your face as though distracted by new discoveries. If he is at all flustered, he gives no indication. What were you doing in that barrel? Zahura scratches behind his ears, dismayed.
Resting my eyes, I thought. Waiting for the Malkachoa to bring me insight.
He shakes his head.
It would seem I dozed. A good thing my master was not alive to see it.
Zahura blinks, leaning in to get a better look at you. His enlarged pupils seem to crowd out his pale irises.
Are you real?
Now that you ask, I'm not so sure.
We shall let the matter rest for now, then. Until the Malkachoa wears off.
Malkachoa?
A small white mushroom. I have heard it called snowcap in these lands. It can reveal the true nature of many things.
You have a master, you said? The man traces your inadvertent glance at his scars. He smiles politely.
A teacher, not an owner. Zawa is a free man. Well, as free as any of us.
I still don't understand why you were in that barrel.
I was freeing myself from vanity.
Did he say sanity or vanity? I didn't quite hear him.
Consider, how can one be vain who is bathed in the smell of dead fish?
There is a proud glint in his eyes. The scars are probably just as effective.
I had the idea when I passed this way earlier. I am pleased with the results so far.
He smiles at the woman whose head is swiveled towards him as she passes by, a look of revulsion on her face. Distracted, her toe catches on the stone and she nearly falls onto her face. He claps his hands together.
Yes, quite pleased.
Do you often smear yourself with dead fish?
Gods, no. What a way to travel the world. The usual way is to smear yourself with the ashes of the dead. But they do not burn their dead here, so I have to make do with what the land provides.
He sniffs the air.
The cold seems to conquer the smell. Even now, the scent hides itself.
Those scars?
Disappointing.
Those scars, are they from battle? Zawa glances down at his body.
From battle, yes. I left them upon my enemies.
He points at various patches of crisscrossing scars.
These were struck against fear. These against pleasure. These against hatred. Those down there against greed and doubt. And these...
He points to his face.
These were for vanity.
Wait, you made those scars?
I cannot take credit for all of them, but I did most of the good ones.
His mouth perks.
I put them there in battle to remind myself what is real and what is not. Our worst enemies are inventions of the mind, pleasure, fear. When we see them for what they are, we become unstoppable.
And you have achieved this?
I feel I have been close, but never for more than an instant. In the moment when the pain is sharpest, the world becomes clear. In that moment, I am a match for anyone.
He gives you a slow, assured nod. Your wounds must have caused you to suffer greatly.
Of course. I am fortunate to have suffered so much. If I did not suffer, I would not aspire to free myself from it. I would wander from one unfulfilling goal to the next. More wealth, a better station. My soul would wither. But to search for a place beyond suffering's reach is to nurture the soul, to harden it against the elements.
He clenches his fist in illustration.
Suffering is the greatest gift the gods have given us, their most beautiful, perfect creation. It is the hand that turns the wheel.
His eyes gleam as though looking upon an old and beloved friend. You don't seem like you're from around here.
I was visiting a monastery not far from here. I found it empty, but I met a messenger as I left. He carried a call for aid. Seeing that he would find no monks at the monastery, I chose to go in their place. Zawa is no longer young, but in combat he is still the greatest of the Takan people. It seemed only right that he should go.
Funny, Stalwart hired me as well.
I would not say I am hired. I seek no wage, and I promise no result. I have chosen a path, and my spoils come from walking it.
An uneasy frown settles on his face, almost a wince.
And this fortress, this Durgan's battery, its people are gone. Zawa would know why.
Well, if you seek the White Forge as well, I could use the help of an experienced warrior. Zawa's face tilts upwards, his eyes fixing on the sky. He remains motionless, entranced at length. He blinks as if awakening and looks back at you. He shrugs cheerily.
If one wishes to swim, it is no time to argue with the current.
Talking about swimming, would you maybe take a bath?
We are here together in this moment because a perfect force has willed it. Who is Zawa to argue?
He looks you squarely in the eyes, and for once they do not drift.
I will walk with you so long as the gods wish it so.
Well, then let us be on our way. I don't know what to do with him. What is the monk? What does the monk do? See, he heals. I don't know what he does. And it's not easy to go back and get them. Oh, I'm sorry.
Farewell.
I'm sorry. I will be back for you. I love you. What does he do? Oh gosh. Oh, he has lore. Okay, and lesser wounds lowers the monk's wound threshold, allowing him to or her to gain a wounds at. Huh? No. I think I'm okay. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna go back and get Elof. Swift strikes. I was kind of hoping it would be a healer. It would be nice for another healer, but I'm kind of stuck with Angry Man. Lightning strikes, mortification of the soul. The monk immediately inflicts enough raw damage on himself or her to gain the wound. No, I don't know. No, I don't like him. I don't care. I don't like him. Clarity of agony. Through pain, the monk is able to cleanse his or her body, reducing the duration of incoming. Okay. A head target and strike designed to disrupt enemies' ability to react to enemies hit by successful attacks. Okay. Soul Mirror. Calls upon the power of the monk's psyche, reflecting half of the ranged missile target only the monk back to their point of origin. Only attacks resulting in a miss have a chance of reflected back. Powerful attack that knocks the target back. Okay. I don't know if I like the sound of this guy. Lightning strikes. Turning wheel. The monk is able to channel physical pain into pure energy and redirect it as her attackers. While the monk has wounds, he or she adds a proportional fire bonus. Okay. 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 I really don't know about this. The long pain. The monk becomes capable of projecting force from his or her fist, inflicting damage at long range. Okay. Stunning blow, head target strike designed to erupt. Okay. I don't know if I like him. I don't know if I like the sound of him, to be honest. In all honesty, I don't think I like the sound of him, and will probably, probably not keep him. Especially...
Ah, now we can all free ourselves from vanity.
Yes, now we can all smell. You reach into the barrel and find a bracelet. A thick aura of essence clings to it, fresh with memory. You feel yourself drawn into it. In the memory, you stride into the fishery. The floors are swept clean, but the wood is still splotched with snow melt and fish guts. A man hunkers in a corner, his head nodding forward as if in sleep. He looks up drowsily as you approach. It's Grinard. His face is youthful but sallow, and his hair hangs in stringy locks. You feel a pang of anger and pity at your brother's debauchery.
Arda.
His voice is little more than a croak.
It's past midnight.
Your throat feels tight. Grinard wipes at his nose, then examines the mingled blood and powder on the back of his hand. He shrugs. Your fingers clutch around coarse, thick fabric, your father's best wool cloak tucked under your arm.
Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfoth. I don't care!
You hurl it at the ingrate huddled on the floor. He picks up the cloak and looks at it with the same sort of dull wonder. He wipes his nose on the lining. A sudden rush of fury leaves your limbs weak and raw.
I'll tell them. Mayor Sina healed. The neighbors, everyone.
You force the words through your teeth.
About what?
He mumbles, churning his words from a morass of snot and saliva.
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke?
You whisper, afraid even now that someone will overhear you, and the words scorch your throat.
You can't be found when there's work to do, but every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
Grenade.
No, it's not.
Grenade blinks back at you. He rubs his red-rimmed eyes. Your own grow warm and blurry.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You touch your bracelet, a gift from Mother, plucking at the beads.
You won't.
He rises steadier on his feet than you would have thought.
I will.
You stride towards him. I wouldn't have shamed Mother and Father while they were living, but I won't let this keep up. Your anger swallows the last of your pity. Anger at him for putting you in this position, for doubting your resolve, for failing to see. You're close enough to smell his stale, sour breath when he pushes you. You fall, watching his widening eyes and the ceiling spinning into your vision. Isn't this just like him? Grenade with his full tantrums, never thinking of anybody but himself? And now you're going to be nursing a headache for a week. Just goes to show you can't help some people, but you remember him. But you remember him too, your baby brother running through the snow, slipping and falling on ice, and you're slipping and falling, and there's a table behind you, but it shouldn't. The memory ends abruptly, jolting you back into the present with your heart hammering and your palms sweating. He murdered his sister. By accident, mind you, but he did. The fishery door creaks open and in walks Renaud, staring at you in a bracelet in surprise and outrage. His face drains of colour.
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a common thief? You'd better explain yourself.
His voice shakes, as does his wide, squared shoulders. You're the one with explaining to do.
What's that supposed to mean?
You killed your sister, Arda, right here in this room. He opens his mouth to reply, but the words catch in his throat. The guard next to him stares at the bracelet, recognition turning to horror. Zahua's jaw hangs awestruck. Such a brilliant shade of agony. What fortune we are blessed with today. Quickly, what can we do to sharpen the pain?
It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then. But I never would have killed anyone. Least of all my own kin.
Of course you'd say that. Anyone in your position would.
I gave her body to the lake. But I kept her bracelet. To remember the cost of my own weakness.
He loosens his hand and stares at the emptiness in his leathery palms.
I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My penance is my work on behalf of the village. And they need it, truly. You've seen the shape this place is in. Have mercy on Stalwart, if not on me. Let me do the work Arda would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart, and the only fitting way to honor my sister.
That's not for you to decide. You owe it to Arda and to Stalwart to tell the truth about her death.
Kept thinking I could get by this way. But I guess you're right. It's time they knew the truth about me.
He turns to leave, looking back at the fishery one last time. Well, someone's gonna have to take over the fishery. I was in here looking for, looking for dwarfs. I'm still looking for dwarfs. I actually haven't found many dwarfs. I think she doesn't live here.
This is going to be fantastic. Just wait till they hear about this back home.
Alright, there's a house up here that we haven't looked. So we'll check the house up here. And then I think I will, before I go to deal with the devil's story, I'm gonna go and get Elof back.
It must be.
This dwarf is busy staring into the fire, slowly puffing away on his pipe. As you greet him, he is visibly startled and his pipe clatters to the floor.
Sorry. Didn't hear you come in. My ears aren't what they used to be.
He stoops, wincing to retrieve his pipe, and when he rises again, he has the hand against his side. Who are you?
I'm Thiersch. I've lived here long enough that Kith have started calling me the Old Hunter. And that's about all I can say for myself.
Are you hurt?
Wasn't the ogres, I can tell you that. Put a few arrows in one of those and they generally have the good sense to back off. But I've been hunting this wolf for near a year now. A man-eater. Cunning, nasty thing. Every time I get close, it just slips away. The beast has already claimed many lives. The first victim was my son, Saldren.
Frisk looks down at the pipe for a moment, features hardening. Zahua leans in eagerly. Go on. Frisk furrows his brow at the moment, but continues anyway.
Got the better of me this last time. Distracted me long enough for one of its kin to turn up. Nearly bit me clean in half. I'm a few weeks out from trying again.
I don't know about any giant wolves, but I did kill a spirit shifter out there. Then it is done. After all that, I finished before I fought to ask it of you.
Thank you, stranger, for putting an end to that beast. For avenging my son in some way.
Oh, that was your son.
Perhaps I can sleep a little better knowing that monster no longer wanders the woods. Stalwart owes you a debt, and some part of it is mine to pay. This has served me well on many hunts. I only hope that it is as much of a help to you in turn. And now, if you please, I'd like a moment to myself.
Oh no! We killed his son! Oh. One stands alone. The barbarian makes a courageous stand against all attackers, grants a melee damage bonus when the barbarian is adjacent to 2 or more enemies and the barbarian cannot be flanked. Heart of Fury. Barbarian swings viciously in lightning quick flurry, taking on all corners, each equipped weapon attacks every nearby enemy, doing extra damage, inflicting carnage of apple. Ooh. I'm sorry, sir, but I need to stare at you.
Welcome. Have a...
Frisk's soul is vibrant, stolid thing, and as you reach out for it with your senses, you see your breath begin to fog in the air. You find yourself far above the ground, wedged into a conjuncture of 2 branches, and the moonlight is bright upon the snow, and in the distance your quarry steps out onto the ice, as if onto an illuminated stage. You steal your breath and draw your arrow. The warmth bleeds back into your limb, frost and snow giving way to a smoky interior of Frisk's house.
Welcome. Coming to your elders for advice, is it? What can I do for you?
That's pretty much everyone.
Wow. So it doesn't even bother you that most of your people died.
Then Alpaska learned to embrace death.
And the remaining few were enslaved?
As long as the spirit is free, bonds of the flesh do us no harm.
You've got to tell me how you do it.
I will show you. Come, let us find a mass grave to sleep in.
Wait, what? That is the most random thing ever. Wait, did he go in here?
You've been busy since we last spoke. I want to thank you for what you've been doing for Stalwart.
You're welcome. What am I supposed to do now? I can't awaken the angry one. Right, there's no one in here. Oh, wait.
Excuse me, was there something you need?
She knits her fingers together and looks intently at the floor. You feel for Owena's essence and almost instantly find yourself wrapped in darkness. It takes you a moment to realize that you've plunged into a very old memory. But as your eyes adjust to the torchlight, you find yourself standing in a gloomy tunnel that you instinctively recognize as part of Durgan's battery. A handful of figures in patchy cloaks and hoods, dwarfs, like you, hunch over a minecart. They're loading it with cloth-wrapped bundles from which you see the occasional flash of metal, the edge of a blade, or the burnished glow of a plate. The other dwarfs scurry with a curious mixture of haste and caution. They stack the bundles in a din of muted clangs and thumps, following the echoes of their ruckus down the tunnel with nervous eyes.
Pay attention. Sooner we get this done, sooner we can go.
Your voice is dry, whisper, and your nerves tingle with energy. You feel the same apprehension that the others do, but unlike them, you relish it. Still, you look over your shoulder, just in case.
We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest.
When you turn back, the others have redoubled their efforts, and you feel a pleasurable twist in your guts as they fill the cart. Being captain on the guard doesn't pay much, but it does allow you to visit the armory without raising eyebrows. And with the coin master Zoltan selling off half of the battery's arsenal, who's going to notice a few more missing pieces? Besides, you've got a buyer lined up, and as long as you can move these goods out of the battery before someone squeals. You pull back from the memory to find Owenna staring at you.
Ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am? You all right?
I'm not sure. This one definitely doesn't feel just as bad, but... we've only got two. We've got the really angry one, who's angry. Maybe it's good that Alof isn't here. I was just thinking. Is there anyone down below? I just want to make sure that we have looked at everyone. Oh wait, there is a few. The hero of the hour, he laughs. Hefric sends you down to check on us? We aren't causing trouble, on my word. I'm gonna read your soul. For a moment, your senses are overwhelmed. There's a fumbling hand at your belt and your own low laughter in your ears. Your shoulders are jammed up against the cabinet and it rattles every time Brifrin leans down to kiss you. There's a sedate pleasure to the memory, but nothing in it has much to do with the battery. Okay.
Careful.
You gotta see this.
Havric's very particular about his wines.
He really is, isn't he? That's okay, then we're just gonna leave. I think I'm gonna go and awaken that other one. Other than that, I have not found anyone else. Unless the cook can be awakened. Nope, nope. The cook cannot be awakened. Oh, she's so nice. Oh no. This is a bad thing to do.
Something I can do for you?
Havric's
got me straightening the rooms, but I'll help you if I can.
Awaken, Gregor, and remember the theft from the armory.
Who? I don't...
Her face goes slack and she looks for a second as if she's fallen asleep. But her eyelids flutter and after several seconds they open to slits.
Thief? I'm the captain of the guard. Best be careful where you sling an accusation like that.
Relax, Gregor. I was hoping we could work together.
We're of one mind then. However, I like to see offers on the table before I deal. What would you give me?
And look around. You're in no position to make demands.
I see.
Her expression flickers, but otherwise hides her surprise.
You have me at a loss. And yet, this is not a loss entirely.
She looks herself over, holding out her arms and feeling the fabric of her clothing. I need to reach Durgan's battery. The Cantech, please.
Hammers of Durgan, ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. Abidun's faithful travail by the forge, and the fires that brighten the ore. If anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me. Got that?
Now Rena doubles over, sneezing hard enough to scatter the dust across the floor. She looks back up at you and wiping her watering eyes.
Beg your pardon for going on so. I got carried away and...
She stops, blinking.
What was that I said? About hammers and fires and...
Her eyes grow wide and round. You're awakened. You share the soul of the guard captain from Durgan's battery.
You must be joking. How could that happen?
It's the strangest thing. You started talking nonsense all of a sudden.
I can't be awakened. That means...
She takes a step back, covering her mouth with her hands.
Andres Tides, I'm stuck with him.
Her body goes rigid and every muscle tensing. She stands there, frozen in shock, until a sly look warms her eyes. The fall creeps down her shoulders and torso until at last she speaks again, her voice as smooth as oil.
It's not all bad, Owena. Way I see it, you and me can make some deals. To our mutual benefit.
She cranes her neck, taken in the dark room.
Deals? What do you want from me? For you, not from you. I'm thinking it's time we got a raise. I don't know about that. Halfrick's a bit of a miser, he is.
Owena's anxious frown replaces Gregor's confident smirk.
Don't you worry about Halfrick. I've got something else in mind.
Owena falls into a look of deep contemplation as she and Gregor continues in silence conference. Oh dear me, what have I done?